everyone, it's Nicole. Welcome to my channel. Today's video is for the August Polish Gamers box. This month the theme is Legend of Zelda. I am very excited to share these with you all. I am not the world's biggest Zelda fan, but I am a big fan of Breath of the Wild. I love that game. If you have no idea what I am talking about, I will have all of the sale information and links down in the description box. The Polish Gamers box for August opens today, August 15th, unless I'm getting this up on Monday, which it opened up yesterday. Again, all the information will be down in the description box. Let's just get into the video. And of course, don't forget to stay until the end of the video if you want to see some chickies. First up is BCB Lacquers with You Are the Light. This one is inspired by Zelda from Breath of the Wild, and it's described as a multi-chrome polish shifting from a bright magenta to an orange to a gold with green micro flakies and a touch of hollow. You may pick up hints of green shifts at extreme angles. It's priced at $13 for 16.5 ml and has a cap of 150 bottles. You Are the Light had a really fantastic formula. This polish was so freaking gorgeous in person. So for the color shifts that I was seeing the magenta to the orange to the gold. I felt like I kind of saw a greenish tone at extreme angles, but I was not able to get it photographed or get it shown up on video at all. So I don't know if I think I was seeing it because I knew I was supposed to see it, or if I was actually seeing it because it was actually there, if that makes any sense. Yeah, the Hollow Sparkle is really gorgeous. This brand always has a way of making very opaque shimmers and multichromes, so I think this one is going to be a 1 to 2 coater on pretty much everyone. On me, this was a 2 to 3 coater depending on the nail. Next up, we have Color Spectrum Polish with Shadows in the Dark. This one is inspired by Dark Link, and it's described as a black linear hollow with lots of red hollow glitter. It's priced at $12 for 13 ml and has a cap of 50 bottles. Shadows in the Dark had a really great formula. It did not feel overly thick or thin, and I did not have any application issues. This one starts off pretty sheer, but it builds up very nicely. The holographic is extremely strong. I found that depending on your lighting, this one is going to look like either a very dark gray or a black. I feel like it's looking very gray because my lightings are just so bright, but in normal room lighting, it's going to look like a very dark gray to a blackish color. I think this one is going to be a 2 to 3 coater depending on your nail length. I am going to go in for 3 coats. For normal wear, I most likely would just stopped at 2, to be honest. This does dry down a little bit dull, but it does not dry down textured. The glitters are small enough that they shouldn't be too difficult to remove. In case I did not stress this enough, this polish is extremely holographic. When I was walking out to the mailbox, I was pretty much blinded by the hollow. Next up, we have NeVerMind Apothecary with the Blight. This one is inspired by Blight Ganon, and it's described as a black to red multichrome with a blue/purple multichrome flaky. It's priced at $12.50 for 15 ml and has a cap of 200 bottles. This polish had a great jelly-like formula. It was slightly on the thinner side, but it did not feel watery. The polish did seem to want to run down the stem of the brush a little bit, so just be mindful not to overload your brush like I am about to do right here. So you can see, yeah, if you overload your brush, you're going to make a mess, so don't do that. But yeah, other than that, no real application issues. I would definitely call that one a user error issue and not really a fault on the polish. Anyway, y'all know I love black to red multichrome pigments. I just can't get enough of this color shift. It's like a dark gray to a red to an orange to a gold. You just see so many beautiful colors, and the flakies is placed so nicely with this one. This polish is going to be a 2 to 3 coater depending on your nail length and personal preference. If you don't have much of a free edge, this will definitely be a 2 coater. Longer nails will probably want to go in for 3 coats. Next up, we have Owl Lacquer with release date. This one is inspired by the trailer for the Breath of the Wild sequel and the anticipation for the release date announcement, which I am also super excited about. This one is described as a black jelly with a blue to aqua to green iridescent glitter and hollow micro flakies. It's priced at $12 for 15 ml and has no cap. This polish had a really great formula. It starts off on the more sheer side, but it builds up nicely in 3 coats. Alternatively, you can also just do 1 coat over black, and it looks pretty much the same without the layered jelly-like effect. So the glitters in this all spread out evenly and easily. You do not need to hold the bottle upside down or do anything special to get really great glitter payoff. I think this one is going to be a 2 to 3 coater depending on your nail length. I'm going to go in for 3 coats. It didn't feel thick or chunky or anything like that on the nail. All the glitters moved around very nicely. This did not dry down super textured, so I went in for 1 thick coat of top coat to completely smooth it out. Depending on how thick your top coat is, you might need to go in for 2 coats of top coat. Removal is going to be on the tricky side just due to the amount of glitters. Definitely soak this one off or wear peel off base coat. Yeah, I am so excited about Breath of the Wild 2. I've got over 200 hours played in the first one, so yeah, I'm very, very, very excited about that game. Next up, we have Eyed Lacquer with Zelda to the Past. This one is inspired by the one and only Zelda, and it's described as a white crelly with pink, purple, gold, and blue metallic flakies. It's priced at $12.50 for 15 ml and has a cap of 100 bottles. This polish was absolutely perfect. It had a fantastic crelly formula. I just love the way the flakies look in this base. The metallic flakies do not dry down textured at all. They spread out very evenly. This polish does seem to dry just a tiny bit more sheer than it applies. I think shorter nails will still be good in 2 coats, but if you have some nail line, you might end up going in for 3 coats. This polish reminded me so much of Disney princesses, and it got me really, really excited to do like nail art and some kind of fun stuff. And then I remembered that I can't draw, so then I whipped out my stamping plates, and I was so excited to do all of that I completely forgot to get more photos of this one. So I'm going to show some photos with the nail art that I did because I was too excited and forgot to take more photos. I will have links to everything that I use for the nail art in the description box. If it's not on the description box, it will be on my blog post. And the final polish I have to share is by Sweet and Sour Lacquer. This one is Kaisa the Great. I cannot remember how to pronounce this one. This one is inspired by Kaisa, one of the great fairies by that name. This one is described as a light pink crelly with a gold metallic flaky plus some shimmer. It's priced at $12.50 for 15 ml and has a cap of 75 bottles. This polish had a really great formula. It went on very easy, very buttery smooth, and surprisingly opaque. The flakies all spread out evenly and easily, and this does self-level really nicely. This polish should be opaque in 2 to 3 coats depending on your nail length. I see shorter nails being good in 2 coats. For personal wear, I would wear this one in 2 coats as well, but for my photos, I did use 3 coats. This polish reminded me of my all-time favorite polish in the whole wide world, China Glaze Wish on a Starfish. This is like a flaky crelly version to the China Glaze textured polish, which I am all about. So obviously I really enjoyed this one. Colors, it just reminded me of that polish, and I love that one. This one looks absolutely fantastic. The flakies do not dry down textured, so you won't have too much of an issue on removal, and also no issues with staining. So that is everything that I have to share with you all for Polish Gamers Box for August. Polish Gamers Box opens on Sunday, August 15th. I'm hoping to get this video up later today, which is also the 15th, but if I get it up on Monday, I apologize for getting it up late. So yeah, that is everything. I will have links to the shop and all the information down in the description box. Thank you so much for watching, and here are some baby chicks. Good girl, Izzy. Come on. Say, Grandma, I'm feeling so much better.